Welcome to our gardening guide, where today we're focusing on the beautiful and fragrant world of lavender. Lavender, with its lovely blooms and soothing scent, is a favorite among gardeners and nature enthusiasts alike. Known for its calming properties and versatile uses in everything from culinary recipes to aromatherapy, lavender is as beneficial as it is beautiful. In this video, we're going to walk you through the steps of planting lavender, covering everything from selecting the right variety for your garden to the care and maintenance it needs to thrive. Lavender, belonging to the genus Lavandula, is not just a single plant, but a whole family encompassing a variety of species and hybrids. Each type of lavender has its own unique characteristics, making it essential to understand the different varieties before planting. The most common and widely cultivated type is English lavender, scientifically known as Lavandula angustifolia. Renowned for its delightful fragrance and attractive purple flowers, English lavender is hardy and well-suited to cooler climates. Another popular type is French lavender, or Lavandula stoicus, characterized by its distinctively shaped blooms and a slightly less cold-hardy nature, making it more suitable for warmer climates. Spanish lavender, known as Lavandula stoicus, is distinguished by its tufted and pineapple-shaped blooms and enjoys a warm climate. The growing conditions for lavender are crucial for its successful cultivation. Lavender thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, conditions that mimic its native habitat in the Mediterranean. It prefers a location that receives at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight each day. When it comes to soil, lavender does best in slightly alkaline conditions with a pH between 6.7 and 7.3. If your garden soil is heavy or clay-like, consider improving its structure and drainage by adding organic matter like compost or sand. However, be cautious with overly fertile soils or excessive fertilization, as this can lead to lush foliage at the expense of blooms. Choosing the right lavender variety for your specific region and garden is another critical aspect. While English lavender is widely adaptable to various climates, including cooler regions, other types like French and Spanish lavenders prefer warmer, more temperate climates. For those in areas with harsh winters, consider planting lavender in containers that can be moved indoors or to a sheltered location during the coldest months. Planting lavender in the right spot and providing the appropriate soil conditions sets the foundation for healthy growth and vibrant blooms. This preparation is key to enjoying the beauty and aroma of lavender in your garden or home. Understanding the different types of lavender and their specific needs will help you choose the variety that will thrive in your environment and meet your gardening goals. With these considerations in mind, you can look forward to the delightful experience of growing and enjoying your own lavender plants. Once you have selected the right type of lavender for your garden and understood its growing requirements, the next crucial step is choosing the perfect location and preparing the soil for planting. Lavender's success largely depends on where it's planted and the condition of the soil, making this phase critical. Start by finding a spot in your garden that receives plenty of sunlight. Lavender thrives in full sun, requiring a minimum of 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight daily. This exposure is crucial for the plant's health, as it ensures adequate growth and bloom. The ideal location should also offer protection from harsh winds, especially in colder climates, as lavender can be sensitive to extreme weather. Once you've chosen a suitable location, focus on the soil. Lavender prefers well-drained, sandy, or gravelly soil. It does not fare well in heavy, clayey, or overly moist soils, as this can lead to root rot, a common issue with lavender. If your garden soil doesn't naturally drain well, or if it's particularly rich and loamy, consider amending it. You can improve the drainage by incorporating sand, gravel, or organic matter such as compost. This amendment helps create the loose, well-draining conditions lavender plants love. Adjusting the soil pH may also be necessary for optimal lavender growth. Lavender prefers a slightly alkaline soil, with a pH between 6.7 and 7.3. Testing your soil's pH can be done with a simple home test kit. If your soil is too acidic, you can raise the pH by adding lime. This adjustment should be done several months before planting, as it takes time for the soil pH to change. In addition to preparing the ground soil, growing lavender in containers is a great alternative, especially if your garden soil is not ideal or if you live in a region with harsh winters. Choose a container that is large enough to accommodate the plant's root system, with plenty of drainage holes at the bottom. Fill the container with a well-draining potting mix, ideally one formulated for cacti and succulents. as it usually provides the drainage lavender requires. Containers offer the advantage of mobility, allowing you to move the plants to optimal locations throughout the year and indoors during winter if needed. By carefully selecting a sunny location and preparing the soil to meet lavender's specific needs, you lay the groundwork for healthy and robust lavender plants. This preparation ensures your lavender has the best possible start, setting the stage for a beautiful and fragrant display in your garden. Planting lavender is a rewarding process that begins with understanding the best time to plant these aromatic herbs. Generally, the ideal time for planting lavender is in the spring, just after the threat of frost has passed. This gives the plants plenty of time to establish themselves during the warmer growing months. In milder climates, planting in the fall is also an option as it allows the roots to develop during the cooler months without the stress of summer heat. When you're ready to plant, whether starting with seeds, cuttings, or young plants, the method and care differ slightly. If you're planting seeds, be aware that lavender seeds can take a bit longer to germinate and require some patience. Sow the seeds in a light, well-draining soil mix, barely covering them with soil. Keep the soil moist but not wet, and place the seed container in a warm, bright spot, avoiding direct sunlight. Germination can take anywhere from 2 weeks to a month. Once the seedlings have a few sets of leaves and are big enough to handle, you can transplant them to their final location, whether in the ground or in a pot. For planting lavender cuttings or young plants, start by digging a hole in your prepared soil or pot. The hole should be just big enough to accommodate the root ball. Gently loosen the roots if they are compacted or root bound, as this will encourage them to spread out into the new soil. Place the plant in the hole, ensuring the base of the stem is level with the soil surface. Backfill the hole with soil and press down lightly to remove air pockets. Water the plant thoroughly to settle the soil around the roots. Spacing is crucial when planting lavender, especially if you're planting multiple plants. Lavender plants need space to grow and adequate air circulation to remain healthy. Depending on the variety, space the plants about 18 to 24 inches apart. This spacing allows each plant enough room to grow and reduces the risk of disease caused by damp, stagnant air. Once planted, water the lavender plants regularly during their first growing season to help establish a strong root system. However, be cautious of overwatering. Lavender does not like to sit in wet soil, so allow the soil to dry out slightly between watering. This is especially important in humid climates or during rainy periods. Mulching can be beneficial for lavender, helping to keep the soil temperature consistent and conserving moisture. Use a light, airy mulch like small bark chips or gravel. Avoid using heavy organic mulches that retain moisture, as they can contribute to root rot. Planting lavender successfully involves choosing the right time, preparing the soil correctly, and ensuring proper spacing and watering practices. By following these steps, you can create a beautiful and aromatic lavender garden that will flourish for years to come. Now, caring for your lavender plants is the next crucial step after planting to ensure they grow healthy and produce those lovely aromatic flowers. Regular maintenance, including watering, pruning, and monitoring for pests and diseases, is key. When it comes to watering, lavender's requirements are relatively minimal due to its drought-resistant nature. This is especially true once the plants are established. Overwatering can be detrimental, leading to root rot, so it's important to let the soil dry out between waterings. A good rule of thumb is to check the soil a couple of inches below the surface. If it feels dry, it's time to water. In the initial growth phase after planting, ensure consistent moisture to help the roots establish. Once established, reduce the frequency of watering, as lavender thrives in drier conditions. This is especially important for lavender grown in regions with wetter climates or during rainy seasons. Pruning is another essential aspect of lavender care and should be done at least once a year. Pruning not only helps maintain the shape of the plant, but also encourages new growth and flowering. The best time to prune lavender is in the spring or after the plant has flowered, usually in late summer or early fall. When pruning, cut back about a third of the plant, making sure not to cut into the old wood, as this can damage the plant. Proper pruning helps prevent the center of the plant from becoming woody and sparse, a common issue in older lavender plants. In addition to regular watering and pruning, it's crucial to be vigilant about pests and diseases. Lavender is relatively hardy and not prone to many pests, but it can occasionally attract aphids and spittlebugs. These can usually be managed with a strong stream of water or organic insecticidal sprays. As for diseases, root rot from overwatering and fungal diseases in humid conditions are the most common. Ensuring good air circulation around the plants and avoiding wetting the foliage can help prevent these issues. During the winter, lavender requires some extra care, especially in colder climates. Although many varieties are cold hardy, a layer of mulch can help protect the roots from freezing. Be cautious with mulching, as excessive moisture retention can harm the plant. In regions with severe winters, consider planting lavender in containers that can be moved to a sheltered location. Lastly, enjoy the beauty and fragrance of your lavender plants. They make excellent additions to gardens and landscapes, offering not only visual appeal, but also a delightful scent. Lavender flowers can be harvested and used in various ways, from creating sachets and potpourris to culinary uses. Harvesting and utilizing your lavender plants is one of the most rewarding aspects of growing this fragrant herb. Lavender can be harvested for its buds and flowers, which are prized for their scent and various uses in crafts, culinary applications, and aromatherapy. To harvest lavender, the timing is key. Ideally, you want to cut the stems when the buds are formed but before they have fully opened. This is when the essential oils are most concentrated and the fragrance is at its peak. For harvesting, use sharp scissors or pruning shears and cut the stem above the woody growth, leaving a few inches of green growth on the plant. This encourages new growth and keeps the plant healthy for future blooming. Gather the cut stems into bunches, and you can either use them fresh or dry them for later use. To dry lavender, hang the bunches upside down in a dry, dark, and well-ventilated area. Once dried, the buds can be stripped off the stems and stored in an airtight container for extended use. Dried lavender has a multitude of uses. It can be used to make sachets, which can be placed in drawers or closets to impart a pleasant aroma. It's also popular in potpourri mixes. In addition to its aromatic uses, lavender can be used in cooking, particularly in baking and in making herbal teas. Its floral, slightly sweet flavor adds a unique touch to dishes. However, it's important to use culinary-grade lavender for cooking to ensure it's suitable for consumption. Lavender is also known for its therapeutic properties. It's commonly used in aromatherapy for its relaxing and calming effects. The essential oils extracted from lavender are used in making soaps, bath bombs, and other skincare products. Lavender oil is renowned for its ability to promote relaxation and is often used in products designed to alleviate stress and improve sleep quality. In the garden, lavender serves more than just an aesthetic and aromatic purpose. It's known to attract pollinators like bees and butterflies, contributing to the health of your garden ecosystem. Additionally, lavender's strong scent can help deter certain pests, making it an excellent companion plant in vegetable and herb gardens. In conclusion, to thrive, lavender needs sunlight. Lavender requires full sun to flourish. It needs at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight each day. The intense sun exposure ensures healthy growth, promotes better blooming, and enhances the concentration of essential oils, which are responsible for lavender's fragrance. Well-drained soil is crucial for lavender. It prefers sandy or gravelly soil types over dense, clay-rich soils. Poor drainage can lead to root rot, which is a common problem for lavender. The plant does well in slightly alkaline soil with a pH between 6.7 and 7.3. If the soil in your garden is too acidic, you can adjust the pH by adding lime. Lavender does not require a lot of water and is relatively drought-resistant once established. Overwatering, especially in poorly drained soil, can harm the plant. It's important to let the soil dry out between waterings. Drip irrigation is ideal as it delivers water to the roots and keeps the foliage dry, helping to prevent fungal diseases. Lavender grows best in temperate climates but can tolerate a range of conditions. It's hardy in USDA zones 5 through 9, although some varieties are more tolerant of cold or heat than others. In colder regions, lavender may need protection from harsh winter conditions, like a covering of mulch or moving potted plants indoors. Good air circulation is also important for lavender. It helps to prevent moisture accumulation around the foliage, reducing the risk of fungal diseases. Avoid planting lavender too closely together or in areas that are sheltered from the wind. Lavender generally doesn't require much fertilizer. Over-fertilizing, especially with high nitrogen products, can lead to lush foliage at the expense of flowers and can make the plants more susceptible to disease and winter damage. In conclusion, creating an environment that mimics lavender's native Mediterranean habitat is key to its success. By ensuring plenty of sunlight, well-draining soil, minimal watering, and good air circulation, you can enjoy the beauty and fragrance of lavender in your garden. Embrace these conditions and watch as your lavender thrives, adding a touch of the Mediterranean's charm and tranquility to your outdoor space.